Hi guys, Rob from Sonic State here. We're at Messe 2014 at the Peavey booth. I'm with Tom and he's going to take us through their latest software.
Okay, so this is ReValver 4. Anybody who's familiar with the previous version of ReValver, this is completely redesigned, re-engineered from the ground up. Just a quick bit of background. ReValver, our amp modeling software, models amplifiers and effects in a completely unique way. It's component modeling. So
Wow.
we've broken the amps down into capacitors, resistors, valves, output transformers, modeled those, and then you build the amps in a virtual world.
Oh, clever.
We've kept that same ethos, but we've taken it a step further. So literally the only thing that exists from the previous version is some of the graphics. Everything's been completely redesigned, and we're using a Spice engine. Now, the main reason behind all this is the fact that it sounds realistic, it reacts just like the amp as well. But the beauty of it is we can actually go in and tweak. So this is a Peavey 6505. So you can hear as I roll the control down, it really does react like a valve amp. Now, if I just go in to the amp, if you right click, you'll see tweak schematic.
Oh, good lord.
And in here, you see the inside of the amplifier.
Wow.
That is the actual circuit. Now this is using a Spice engine that actual amp engineers use while designing amplifiers. And that is the entire amp. It's every capacitor, resistor, tube in there. And the great thing is you can go in and edit all these things.
So you can pick...
Exactly. So in here I've actually put EL34s in the power stage. So there's a little bit of extra grunt in the low mids. But you can go in, edit all your capacitors,
Good lord.
resistors. You can even randomize the tolerance to sort of emulate the different tolerances in components as well. So you can literally rebuild the amp and change it how you like.
That's incredible.
Now this is running standalone at the moment, but it's also a plug-in. So Mac or PC,
you can dump it onto any
AAX, VST-AU, so you can actually record and then think, oh, I wonder if I just change that value of that capacitor a little bit, if it'd sound better in the mix.
Quick.
Exactly, so it's really powerful. Now, keeping in with that, the cabinet modelling is convolution based, so it's using impulse responses. We've actually redesigned this and put a new cabinet modelling module in there called the RAR2. And what you do now is you select the cabinets, microphone and polar pattern, and then mic position, and that will select the impulse response that matches what you're doing.
Right.
Before it was a drop-down menu, selected your impulse response. That module's still in here actually.
But it's built in.
But we've done a new one as well. But it's a better user experience. I look at that, I know that if I move a mic close to the centre, you're going to get a brighter sound.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, we've also completely redesigned the GUI. And now, we have the amps and cabs. And then here you'll see stomp boxes, which are on the pedal board. So
the ever-growing pedal board.
And nice, yeah, and this is it. The pedal board will keep growing as you put effects on there. And you're not limited to how many effects you can use. I mean, of course, apart from your CPU or
having a fit at a certain point.
Yeah, or common sense.
Well,
but of course,
common sense dictates you get as many as you possibly can.
Exactly, and have them all on up to 11 at once. And of course, there's new modules in here as well. And then we have an effects rack, and this is post amp. So stomp box is a preamp, a rack effects post amp. So you can mix all your effects up, and we can also run 2 rigs. So in my presets here, I have this preset where I've got 6505 in A and a Demon model in B. And you can actually go into your output modules. These are new input and output modules. You can blend the 2 amps, pan them left and right. And you won't hear this through the microphone, but I'm sure you can attest that this is a great big...
Yeah.
That's a really wide stereo sound.
Definitely.
So options for blending amps are all in there. Now in the input and output modules, we've done something called ACT. Okay? Now it works differently in the input and the output module. Let me just clear the preset. So this is just blank. In the input, it stands for audio cloning technology. And what it actually does is, in the input, it will listen to the sound of my guitar. Then we can apply a preset filter to it, which will make it sound like, obviously not a load of feedback, make it sound like a different instrument. So, if I just go in here and select a steel string acoustic, but we've actually recorded. What it needs to do is listen.
So you play.
So that's taking the information of, you know, the sound of
All
the
the
guitar.
different parts of it, yeah.
And then when it's done it, what you actually get, I'll just turn it up so you can hear. This is now.
Oh wow, that's very clever. So it can, yeah.
It's basically applying the filter, but because it's listening
It
to
already
the
knows what you've
guitar,
got to begin
it makes
with.
sure,
It's unique to everybody's.
Exactly, and what we'll be able to do, I mean, once you've done it, you can apply a different preset without having to model.
Re-record it.
So we've got a nylon string there. So, and what we'll be able to do is have different pickup types, different guitars.
You can model every little element.
Absolutely.
Because it can sample, well, it can listen to what you've got to begin with and go, right, well, I don't need to do that bit because it's already kind of covered by that, but I need to tweak it here and there.
It's a really, really powerful tool.
It's very
on the
quick
output,
as well.
On the output, it works slightly differently. It's like a final EQ shaping for your preset.
Right.
So, you know, if you want to make your preset sound like a classic tone, for instance, I've been using it to kind of shape all my presets, almost like a mastering tool.
Yeah.
To make them all in the sort of same ballpark tone. Now, this is all very powerful. ReValver, because it's always sounded so good and felt so good, people have wanted to use it live. So you can send MIDI control changes to all the different stomp boxes, switch them on and off, control the wah,
yeah.
etc. That's great within a preset. Switching presets, there's a bit of a time lag. So we thought people would want to do that. So we added something called gig mode. And when you go into gig mode, you see here I've got preloaded presets up here. You can preload up to 8, and now what you'll have is seamless switching between the presets. So you can now switch between 8 presets seamlessly. And also, that's MIDI program changes. I mean, you can also use your control changes to switch stomp boxes off, switch the channel on the amp. So, as a live tool now, that's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, that's actually really useful. Man.
The actual program is going to be a download where you get the engine, and then you buy the individual modules. So you can go to the amp store, try before you buy, and then buy extra modules, and it's going to be extremely reasonable price as well. So. This is ReValver 4.
When's it available?
We're looking at April.
April? So, that's not too far off, then.
April, May, we'll say.
Yeah, let's just play maybe June, maybe.
No, it will be around there. As you can see, it's virtually done.
Well, it's almost finished from the outside of it anyway. I'm not sure what's going on. But
well, the whole thing's done, and the actual the time has been done to redesign it and re-engineer it. So we just need to put a few extra things in there, and then it'll be ready to go. But it sounds fantastic. I mean, just to give you an idea, the proof of a pudding is when you put it into a mix.
Yeah.
So, and when you hear this. That's just the plugin.
That's just the plugin. Wow.
Yeah. So just in pan left and right, doubled up as standard.
That's impressive.
And I love it. I'm quite a fussy old school record and amp guy as well, but I absolutely love this. It sounds fantastic. So yeah, that's ReValver 4.
Wonderful. Well, thanks very much, guys. Thanks for watching.